What's up, guys? I'm Derek. This is my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about jazz jam sessions and why you absolutely should be going to them. Whether you're a beginner or a veteran musician, these are going to be the best way to improve your playing and fast. Let's dive in. So first things first, what even is a jazz jam session? Well, you can think of a jam session as an informal gathering of musicians with little to no rehearsal ahead of time, playing standards, oftentimes out of the real book. The focus here should be on collaborating, listening, and most importantly, having fun with other musicians. So what even are the benefits of going to a jam session? Well, I think the most obvious benefit is that you're getting to play and respond with other musicians in a live setting, not really something you can do in a practice room by yourself. In addition to this, you get to play in front of a live audience and build confidence in front of them. I think that as a musician, you have very few times that you actually get to practice the art of performance, and this is invaluable. My experience playing in front of people is painted with this lens of performance anxiety, unfortunately. I have awful performance anxiety. The only way that I've found how to actively combat this is to go and play in front of people as much as I can. And these jam sessions are a very low stakes, informal setting that, hey, if you mess up, no big deal, just move on. Another benefit of going to your local jam session is that you do get to meet people in the community. These people might eventually become bandmates, they might become mentors, and hey, you might even get a gig or two out of knowing these people. All right. Let's talk prep. Going into a jazz jam session can be pretty intimidating, but if you're prepared, you're going to feel a whole lot better. Here's what to do. The first thing that you want to do is learn a couple of jazz standards. Great places to find commonly called jazz standards are the Real Book or iReal Pro if you're using a phone or tablet. Songs like Autumn Leaves, Blue Bossa, or All the Things You Are definitely played all the time at jazz jam sessions, and you can expect all the players to know it. Learning a jazz standard is an entirely different topic on its own. I do have some videos on it if you want to check those out, but make sure that you know the melody, you know the form, and you know the chord changes. The best way to do this is by doing a lot of listening and reading some lead sheets if you need to. The next thing to do is to work on your solo chops. You don't have to be John Coltrane, but you will be expected to solo over a couple of choruses over one of the tunes that are called. When you're doing this, make sure that you're not just playing a bunch of scales or exercises, but make it musical so that the audience does actually want to listen to you. When you're working on soloing, don't just focus on your own personal playing, but focus on how you're actually interacting with the other instruments at the jam. That's what makes these places unique. You get to play with other people. So make sure that when you're playing, you're not just ignoring them and playing whatever you want, but you're having an active conversation. Jazz is a language, and it's about interacting and having that conversation with other musicians. When you're working up your standard, be sure to listen to how the instruments are reacting to each other within the greater context of the group. Whether you're a saxophonist, a pianist, a bassist, a drummer, whatever, you always serve a different role. So be sure that you go in with a plan and make sure to leave space. Don't just play all the time. Whether you're the lead instrument or you're the background instrument, space is always going to let the tune breathe. Now that you've worked up your standards and you've found the jazz jam that you want to go to, take a second to think about what you need to bring to the jazz jam. First and foremost, of course, is going to be your instrument. Don't forget that. Second is going to be your ears. Make sure that you're listening while you're playing. Now, the more practical stuff, if you need to read, there's no problem with that. Bring your Real Book or your iReal. A lot of these jazz jams will have music stands at them. I have been to a few where they don't have music stands, so if you're not going to be able to play without reading something, make sure to bring a little stand that you can put your material on. Here's a couple of final tips before you make your way to that jam session. The first is make sure that you're taking reasonable length solos. These other musicians are here to perform as well. Give them all a chance to shine. Second, make sure that you're thanking your bandmates and the band leader, and if there is a tip jar for the house band, please consider leaving a little bit of a tip. Anywhere from $1 to $5, hey, anything helps. These professionals are expecting to play for free during this, but a tip goes a long way. Finally, be respectful, and if you mess up, don't worry about it. That's what these are for. They're just jam sessions to have fun and get better as musicians. No one's gonna remember if you mess up. It's completely fine. Again, we are there for the experience and to have fun, so don't worry about it. Jam sessions are the best place to grow as a jazz musician. You'll make mistakes, but that's the point. I think you'll find that you get better way faster and that you also have fun doing it, showing up to these. So the most important thing you can take away today is you gotta show up. Show up for yourself and show up for your local music community and have fun. If you guys have any good jazz jam stories, feel free to leave it below. I know I have my share that are riddled with mistakes and mess ups, but I am all the better for it. So don't worry about it. I just want to make it so that everyone feels confident, whether they're amazing or not. Experience doesn't matter. Everyone messes up. It's totally cool. So hey, if you like this video, please leave a like. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe for more content, and happy practicing as always. See you guys next time.